Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about I want to share 5 things about life-affirming activities. As you know, I mention them all the time. Whenever I do a video, every other video, I talk about how important it is to engage in life-affirming activities. And someone mentioned or asked the other day that if I could expand on what life-affirming activities are. So today I want to take a moment and do a little bit of that. But before I get into that, I want to take a moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so very much for being a part of our wonderful world. If you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so that you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your options for where you can get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back to it. The first thing I want people to know about life-affirming activities is that they're personal. Life-affirming activities are those things that bring you joy, those things that make you smile, those things that bring that sprinkle some happiness into your day, whether you're having a great day or you're having a very difficult day. Those life-affirming activities are those things that, I guess, in a way you could say affirm life, remind you that life is good. And it's not the same for everyone. So life-affirming activities have to be personal. My life-affirming activities will not be the same as your life-affirming activities, nor will they will not be the same as anyone else's life-affirming activities, because those are the things that bring joy into my life. Those are the things that lift me up. Those are the things that give me life oxygen. They don't necessarily have to do the same thing for you, because I mean, right now I'm seriously, I'm still not even over it, dealing with bug bites that I got from being out at a refuge. And that for me, even though my hand was pretty much swollen and I actually I'm still taking meds for it. Though it makes me happy to be out there. So I will very likely be out there again. Hopefully I'll wait till my fingers and my hand go back to normal. But that's my joy. So whatever it is, it's personal, whatever brings you joy. 2, they're simple. Like I said, me being out there, taking my camera and going to a park, or taking my camera and going to a beach is super exciting for me. I'm looking forward to what I'm gonna find, what I will see, and all those things. So it can be the simplest thing. The main requirement has to be that it is something that you enjoy. It shouldn't have to be something super complicated that's going to add more stress to your life. It has to be something that makes you feel that lightens the load, that you're excited about, something that gets you looking forward to that piece of enjoyment. It has to be it's simple. It should not, life-affirming activities should not be another source of stress. Yeah, sometimes, vacations can be life-affirming, but sometimes, yes, those can be stressful. But in general, the everyday things, it's the basic self-care that we do, the basic things that we do to kind of, sprinkle a little bit of joy. Simple things to sprinkle joy. 3, we need to keep them accessible. A lot of times when I talk about life-affirming activities, people think of things like, major concert or, overseas vacations, and they think of those giant things as life-affirming. But no, life-affirming activities have to be simple. We can't get up and go on a vacation every other day. You can't go on vacation every week, but you do need life-affirming activities every day, because every day we need to be reminded. We need to remember that, life is great. There are good things in life. There are positive things in life. And if you're going to wait until a vacation to affirm life, that's too long. Take time and do the simple, accessible things. And it doesn't matter what it is. It just has to be what brings you joy. Something as simple as playing with a baby, playing with your dog, playing with your cat, playing with your camera, whatever it is. Find some accessible things to put in your life affirming activities toolbox. 4, they don't have to cost. That's another I guess another comment or another response that I sometimes get when I tell people that the importance of engaging in life affirming activity. Like, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. It doesn't have to cost anything. Taking the time to go to a place that makes you happy, taking the time to do something that makes you smile. And when you start finding these things that bring you joy, remember, okay, this thing made me happy. Maybe it'll make me happy again. Or maybe going to this place brings me joy. Maybe I should go there again. That's what we need to be looking at. Not necessarily, well, that time when I flew over to that country and I spent that much time and that much money, I can't do it again. I can't do it again this week. Though if you start looking at it this way, then you will spend your whole life just focusing on work and doing all those things, all those obligations, and not take the time to enjoy the life that you're working for. Life affirming activities do not have to cost anything. It simply has to be the things that are around you that will make you smile, and even better, the things that will make you laugh, the things that remind you that, hey, you know what? Life is great. Yes, I had to wake up at 6 o'clock to go to work, but life is still great. Finally, I've been saying it this whole time. They bring you joy. Life affirming activities have to bring joy. Just because someone enjoys traveling does not mean that this has to be your life affirming activity if traveling brings you anxiety. I enjoy going to the park and taking pictures, but if being out there, you're more worried about the bugs the flies and the mosquitoes and the whatnot, and it brings you stress, that's not life affirming for you. Life affirming activities have to bring you joy. They have to somehow bring a sense of happiness into your life. If it's not doing that, it is not affirming life. If it does, it brings you stress, it is not life affirming. It's in order to be life affirming, the one most important, the biggest requirement is it has to bring you joy. It has to sprinkle a little bit of happy into your life. If it's not doing that, it doesn't count. So focus on what is it around you? What is it in your life that brings you joy? What is it in your life that brings you that sense of happiness? And start making your list and creating your life affirming activities toolbox, so that whenever you watch one of my videos and I say, hey, make sure you're partaking in life affirming activities, you could put up your little book and be like, oh, okay, I have this, that, and the other. So that you can reach for your book and find some life affirming activities that you want to take part in. Let's do a quick recap. First, it has to be personal. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. You need to be doing whatever it is that works for you. Two, they're simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be fun for you. It just has to bring you joy. It has to be a happy experience for you. Three, keep them accessible. Focusing on extravagant, large scale things that are going to be stressful or maybe that are going to cost you a ton of money does not encourage you to continue to consistently participate. Find some simple things, some things that are accessible that you can do on a regular basis, because you need regular life affirming activities in your life. 4, they don't have to cost anything. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to require you to spend any money at all. It could be free. And I actually like a few when you start adding a few free things, because the freer they are, the more likely we are to the more accessible they become. So free things are nice. And finally, it has to bring you joy. If it doesn't bring you joy, it does not count. Make sure that whatever it is that you're considering adding to your toolkit of life affirming or your toolbox of life affirming activities, make sure those are things that you enjoy, things that bring you joy, things that make you smile, things that make you laugh, things that just remind you that, yes, life is absolutely awesome. Even if something else is going on that's not exactly as awesome as life really is. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please take a moment, figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.